If you have ever wanted to make your plans, your resolution, your goals, and you want to make them stick, in this episode, I'm going to walk you exactly what you need to do in order to make it stick. Welcome to this episode of Audacity to Lead. Okay, you're welcome to this particular episode of Audacity to Lead. I am Dayo Samuel, and I'm going to be taking you through what you need to actually make your resolution stick. So consider with me, previous year came, that is last year, you had plans, you had goals, you had New Year resolutions, you had things that you wanted to do differently in the new year. But somehow you couldn't just get them to stick. You probably started them, and then after a short while, perhaps maybe 3 months down the line, 4 months down the line, something happened and then you changed, you stopped doing the things that you said you were going to do all through the year. Maybe you were like my friend who said, I'm going to be doing this thing every single day. And then by January 10th, you have already stopped doing it already. Now, what I'm going to walk you through here is a very, very simple system that actually helps you to understand how to make any behavior, any goal, any resolution, any of that to actually make them stick. And I'm going to be walking you through a very, very simple model that can help you make that happen in a short time. So let me jump over to my screen here so that I can show you exactly what this is. Now, first thing first is I need to explain that there are 5 elements to making any resolution, any goal, any plan, any behavior stick. I'm going to coming from the angle of plan and resolution. So first, there is a scenario which is basically significant incidences in the past. So consider right now that perhaps last year, that is in the previous year, you tried to make all of these resolutions, all of these plans, you tried to make them stick, but somehow they didn't work. And so somehow, a part of not making it succeed actually stayed with you that you are now aware of. And from that, I call them scripts. They are beliefs, values, memories, unconscious decisions that you made in the past, especially based on whatever happened with that particular goal, with that particular decision, with that particular plan, with that particular resolution. So think with me right now. You probably thought that that year has passed. Maybe 2018 has passed, 2017 has passed, or maybe even 2019 is passing, and you're like, okay, so, but here's the thing. Anytime anything happens, there's a part of that thing that we'll hold on to. That part becomes a script that now influences our behaviors going forward. And if you think about it, there are certain things that happened in the previous year that are already affecting how you are responding to whatever plans, whatever resolutions, whatever goals you already have right now. So having said that, we need to understand that third, there's what is called stories. And stories is what you say to people and internal narratives you tell yourself. Stories are what? The things you tell people and the things you say to yourself. Out of the two, whether what you say to others or what you say to yourself, the most powerful is the one you say to yourself. And if you think about it, in the previous year when the plans, the goals, the resolutions did not work, what were the things you say to yourself? If you think about it, you probably had said to yourself, maybe like someone will do, say, I am no good. I'm not somebody that can actually make this kind of thing happen. Or maybe you even had the plan to actually make certain amounts of money and it didn't work. You probably told yourself that maybe I'm not the type of person that should make that kind of money. Of course, you are not saying it to someone else. You are saying it primarily to yourself. And that's more powerful than whatever it is you say to someone else. Now, understanding that once you say anything to yourself like that, it produces what is called a state, which is the frame of mind that is created after all of these 3 things actually take place. After the scenario takes place, the script takes place, and the story is reinforced, it creates a state. Now, this state now determines your behavior. And your behavior are your actions and responses to the things that actually happen to you going forward. So if you think about it, you realize that, so that goal there were things that happened. There were things I held on to. There were values, memories, beliefs, the decisions that I held on to. And more importantly, there were things I was telling myself that didn't particularly allow this goal, this resolution, this plan to actually succeed. And of course, if you are not careful, you will repeat that same thing this new year. And that's why I want to now share with you how to actually make that succeed. And I'm going to start from this note here, that whatever you believe on the inside will eventually find its way and be manifested on the outside. I always say that you never achieve beyond what you believe you are. You never achieve beyond who you believe you are. You never achieve beyond your beliefs. Your beliefs create a kind of lead on whatever it is you feel you can achieve. So it's the reason why I always say that you should live without limits. Let your limits of beliefs be expanded. Let the limits of what you see that you can accomplish, let them be expanded as well. Now, as you're thinking with me right now, let me also walk you through that same sequence so that you can understand how exactly you can make your plans succeed. Now, here's what I want you to see right there. Remember, we talked about scenario, we talked about script, we talked about stories, we talked about states, we talked about behaviors, right? Now, going forward, what things need to happen in order for your goals, for your plans, for your resolutions to succeed? That's the question you need to, first of all, ask. What are the things that need to happen? What are the things that need to take place in order for my goal, in order for my resolution, for my plans to actually succeed? Once you can envisage that, I always say that God gave us memory so that we can replay the past, and He gave us imagination so that we can pre-play the future. So if you think about it, you have memories, you have imagination. While the memory is what you were using previously to actually use to determine the kind of things you could do, what if you engage your imagination here, kind of pre-playing the kind of things that should happen so that your goal, your resolution, your plans can actually be achieved? So let's move forward. Number 2 is, what do you need to believe or constantly bring to mind to actually enable you to make your goals, your resolutions to succeed? If you think about it right now, I said earlier on that there are scripts that are running your life. These are values, beliefs, decisions, and unconscious memories, or memories and unconscious decisions. In fact, one of them is unconscious rules that you create for yourself. Now, if you think about it, what are the beliefs, what are the values, what are the memories, what are the decisions, what are the unconscious rules that you need to live by in order to ensure that your goal, your plan, your resolution actually stick? That's the next question you need to answer. And once you answer that, you need to ask yourself the question, what will you need to consciously say to yourself? As I said earlier on, it is not the things that other people say to you that matter most. It is the things you say to yourself. They are the ones that actually determine the outcomes of your life. So if you think about it, you are like the prophet over your own life. You determine what will happen to you by the things you actually say to yourself. So what are the things you are going to be saying to yourself this year that will ensure that your goals and your plans actually succeed? Now, moving forward, we talk about states. What mental states will ensure that your plan succeed? What mental state do you need to constantly be in order to ensure that your plans succeed? What mental state do you need to be in order to ensure that your goals come to pass? This is as important as whatever actions you will take. Because if you think about it, it is not the physical actions that actually make your goals to come to pass. It is first what goes on inside of here, what goes on internally for you. That's what makes your goal to actually succeed. And then lastly, of course, I just talked about what goes on externally, right? So what actions do you need to take? What are the steps you need to take in order to ensure that your goals, your plans, your how should I say now? Your resolutions, what actions do you need to take in order to ensure that they succeed? Now, if you answer this question honestly as possible, what you would have done would have been to create a template that you can actually live by on a daily basis. And with that, you would have moved your life and your business in the direction that actually matters to you specifically. This is where I bring this episode to an end. My name again is Dayo Samuel, and as I will always say, you need to begin to live without limits by consciously, intentionally creating the kind of life you want to have, the kind of business you want to have. My name again is Dayo Samuel, and this is the episode where I say, live without limits. I'm going to see you on the next episode. Catch you.